everyone, and welcome inside of the Rogers studio for our 2019 or 2018-2019 edition of North Stars. I'm your host, Matt Sanderson, and we're starting off the show this season with a special guest here in studio, and that is Curtis Gibbons, number 71, from the Owen Sound Senior B North Stars. We will get to chatting with him in just a moment here. Curtis, first of all, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's going to be an exciting year.
Absolutely. So I know things didn't start out as you'd like. We'll bring up the standings here in just a minute. And you see the Senior B lacrosse standings. The Six Nations Rivermen right now sitting on top, 3-0. They've played 3 games so far and doing pretty well, I should say, in those 3 games. The Brooklyn Merchants are in that 2 spot, the Ennismore James gang, the Oakville Titans, and the Owen Sound Senior B North Stars, along with the KW Velocity in there. Your first 2 games, you guys started out on the road 0-2. Kind of tough, though. It's always hard when you're facing your first 2 games are against the defending champions and the Six Nations Rivermen as well, Curtis.
Yeah, absolutely. And for us as a team, we usually start off slower. It's kind of been the MO. It hasn't been a lack of effort, which is always a positive thing to start off the season. You know, it's just getting guys there to the games early on in the season. Guys are still at school. Work schedule's still a little heightened up. You know, if their guy's a teacher, you know, the summer schedule's a little better. Different things like that, making guys more available for the games. But the work's there. Practices have been great. Turnouts have been great. Really looking forward. This is a good group of guys that we got going on, and we got Ennismore for 2 this upcoming weekend, and I think we're going to be 2-2 after this weekend when it's all said and done.
All right, I like the positivity and the confidence there for sure. The one nice thing I like about this group as well, definitely a handful of guys that are veterans on this team that have already seen the ropes. Congratulations to a guy like Lachlan Elder, who actually had the opportunity to go for tryouts with the San Diego expansion team in the NLL. From what you were telling me, Curtis, he got kind of all the way down to the final week, and now he'll be back with the North Stars, so that'll be interesting to see what he was even able to take away from that.
For sure, absolutely. Extremely skilled, extremely fast. Nobody's going to catch him. He's still in shape. He was the defender of the year last year for the Senior B team, or Senior B league, sorry. And I think you're going to see the exact same thing this year. He's got tons of confidence. He's going to be the backbone of our defense. And then, you know, we got guys, just a physical presence back there. A lot of local guys this year, which has been nice. And I think the product is going to be there for the fans, absolutely 100%.
All right, so before we go any further, let's go and show the scoring around the league this season so far. And sitting on top, 2 guys from the Ennismore James gang, a very familiar face there, and Jeff Swift. Along with that is Dan Michel as well. He's got 13 goals and 3 assists, 16 points on the season. Jake Bomberry and then Wayne Hill. You have Andy Campbell from KW, and then Cole McWilliams, Greg Longboat Jr., Eddie Renault, Cree Blakely, and Richard Hahn rounding out your top 10 there for league scoring. And going over to Senior B North Star scoring, you have Mike McLeod leading the way there. Nice start for him. Good to see him getting into the rhythm early on in the season. 7 points on the year for him. Sean Lance, Colin Maudsley, Brett Klopfer. You've also got Brady Hesseltine, Brendan Welsh, Spencer Elder, Zach Thompson, Jeff McClay, and Drew Quinlan rounding out your top 10 there. You see this team coming in. It looks like there's some of nice young rookies coming in. Spencer Elder being one of them. I'm assuming that he's Lachlan Elder's brother. And tell us a little bit about that, Curtis, with these young kids who you're even familiar with that were maybe on the team last year in Junior B.
For sure, absolutely, yeah. So I got the pleasure to coach Spencer. last 2 seasons in Owen Sound. Great work ethic, great guy in the room, and he's going to put some goals in the net. Brendan Welsh, he's coming back from playing his junior A days. He went to the Minto Cup with Brampton. He'll come back, and he's going to provide a big spark for us on the offensive side of things. So those are 2 young guys that are going to expect a lot. And then, you get your Wyatt Barfoot back when he comes back from school. Yep. He's coming off of, Division II NCAA lacrosse. He's going to be ready to go, in shape. Let's go. Sean Lance is coming back as a second-year guy who in Junior B dominated scoring. And I think once he gets that rhythm up front, that he's going to provide that spark too as well. Brady Hesseltine's coming back again. He's been great guy in the room as well. It's a good core of guys that we got. Yeah. A young group mixed with veterans. I think there's a really core element of success that we have building up. So.
All right, so you have a handful of things kind of on the calendar event-wise. Obviously, the home opener on May the 25th, so this coming, 2 Saturdays from now, so in 2 weeks at the Bayshore. Tell us a little bit about that one, Curtis. I know you have an after party at Boston Pizza in there as well.
Yeah, for sure. So Boston Pizza, they are offering up 30% off pizza before and after the game. So I don't know if that needs to show a ticket stub or what. But go to Boston Pizza for some beverages and pizza. I know I'll be getting a pierogi pizza after North Star's victory and getting 30% off. So come meet the players after the game. We'll be all up there. It'll be a good time. Good to see old faces around the lacrosse community and people just looking to take in the game. The home opener is usually a great event for kids. Everyone wear your jerseys. It's a pretty good atmosphere, I think, at the Senior B games for sure. And I don't expect anything less next Saturday. So.
All right. Also, Owen Sound Minor Lacrosse Day on June the 27th or June the 22nd. Tell us a little bit about that one too.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be having interactive stuff for the kids. I know we're going to be there. I believe it's between 4 and 5. We're going to be, taking pictures, and if a kid wants to learn a new trick or toss the ball around, we're going to be kind of there helping out. I think there's a jelly bean contest and different interactive games that I'm sure the executive has cooped up, and it'd be good to get some of the younger kids out, and just maybe if they've never even picked up a stick before, it might be something that they might gravitate to.
Absolutely. It sounds like it's going to be a really nice event. Also, active day event as well. In collaboration with Zares here in Owen Sound, June the 15th. That's goes on for about 5-6 hours there.
Perfect. Yeah. And I think Zares is doing up a barbecue there.
Yep.
So we're going to be on site. Big thing with our team right now, we're trying to get out into the community, kind of build the sport, grassroots level, get kids involved, get kids interacting with the team, hopefully get more kids out to our games to see the product, and then that's going to develop them into lacrosse players. And it's, Zares, thanks for hosting, and we'll be there on that date. Should be a good day.
All right, and let's also talk, I know this is obviously the biggest news, is the new ownership that's here with the Owen Sound North Stars. I see in here as well the Owen Sound Bug Juice North Stars. So Bug Juice, tell us a little bit about the new partnership with them, and it seems like this is going to be a pretty promising thing definitely going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Now don't quote me on everything, but as far as I know, the Bug Juice owner is now taking over the Brampton Excelsior's Senior A team, and then as well as us here, the Senior B level. Sorry. So essentially, what's going to allow us to do is use players from both teams. So we'll be their feeder program, and guys that they don't need or don't want to use and want to come play in Owen Sound. That gives us more depth going forward, especially in the playoffs. For sure. And it gives us the opportunity to go play at the higher level at Senior A, nice. Which a lot of guys on our team can definitely make that jump. A lot of it's logistics with travel, jobs, et cetera, et cetera. Sure. But it's going to give us game time, big game opportunities. So far, all I know is that we've rode on 2 coach buses to away games. So guys are going in there feeling a lot better than a Kunkel, 3 hours to Six Nations. So they have been very good to us, and I know that they really want this team to achieve, and they want to really put lacrosse back into the community of Owen Sound. So everything that I've seen so far and been around, it's been positive. So I'm excited to see how it develops and grows.
And that's really good to hear. And you guys have already done a pretty good job as of the last couple of years anyways, really developing that and bringing lacrosse in. So the fact that they can even step up and give you that much more elevation into that is really promising as well.
For sure, absolutely. Just to touch on, the executive has been great.
Yep.
President Adam McKechnie has done a fantastic job. Everyone on the executive, there's just so much more involvement from them, which allows us to put a better product on the floor, be more involved in the community, and do so much more in terms of social media, engagement, and just getting fans into the crowd to help us win a championship.
Absolutely. And speaking of social media, if you want to follow the Senior B North Stars on Instagram, it's going to be at SRB_North Stars, and Facebook, Owen Sound Bug Juice North Stars. And I know Chris McGregor has done a very good job with keeping the Twitter feed very active there as well. So make sure you follow them on Twitter. And any final words before we go off here, Curtis? I know it's been an absolute pleasure, and I know you can be a busy guy, so we appreciate you coming in. But anything you have to say to these North Stars fans as this season is underway?
For sure. I think if you want to come check out a real local product that is going to entertain and get you your money's worth, it's a good time to be a North Stars fan, I think. And I think you won't be disappointed with the effort that we show every game. And I truly believe that we're working towards something pretty special here. So.
And to piggyback on what you were saying, I can be a very strong advocate of this. I actually had my mother and father come up from down in the Niagara area up here last season for a lacrosse game. They had never seen a lacrosse game in their entire life. I was able to get them tickets. They watched it. North Stars ended up coming from behind, winning the game. So not only did they see a winning team, but they also were very impressed with what they saw and the speed of the game, the quickness. So they got a better appreciation of it. And if they can get a better appreciation of it, two hardcore hockey fans, then you should be able to get an appreciation of it as well. So that does it for all here on North Stars Noise. We encourage you to be back with us next week on the show. Take care.